In the Make a Noise course, we focused a lot on bringing in students who were not just musicians, so artists, and the whole idea behind the course was to engage creatives who were working in other media, and we've had really amazing results from that. We've got a really diverse range of stuff coming out, and everyone learning how to make music and sound design and sound effects, all the things that Ableton's great for.
I'm a self-taught singer-songwriter and guitarist.
I'm a drummer for about 5 different bands.
As a multimedia designer, I usually deal with the visual side of things and rarely the sound and music.
I'm a high school music teacher, and so I wanted to learn things about recording so that I could start recording music with my students.
I have more of a background in video and sort of television, so I sort of decided to make the change to music. I'm more of a bedroom sort of musician, I guess.
Percussionist. Yeah, lots of different types of drums and percussion, playing some bands, lots of world music.
A few years ago I started making music on this little tablature program, like guitar tablature program, and yeah, I just started from there.
Well, I'm a karaoke junkie, self-professed. I've entered quite a few competitions.
So in the course we've covered a range of beginners topics, a kind of big lolly bag of all sorts of concepts that you need to get started with making sound and music. We've covered things like the first stages of recording and capturing audio and how to edit that, mix it. Then in music production, things like MIDI and sequencing instruments using MIDI. Also sampling and sound design. We've done some beat making, so how to make your own beats. And to get people started on the path of making their own stuff, making a great noise that's real and authentic for them, because we had such a range of students.
I guess through the course there's a lot of techniques that I sort of didn't know. Obviously I'm not too familiar with the software. Being more of a bedroom musician in the past, there's not much theory behind it, so I think the theory has been a massive bonus for the sort of stuff that I'm doing.
So we're using this software Ableton Live, which in my opinion is the industry leader for sound and music production, and it offers a really quick and simple way for people to start making music and sound, and then they can progress in a much more powerful way into more complex and powerful music production and sound production. So it covers everything from editing sound that you might use in film or games, and then it's also traditionally a music making software, and it's very hackable as well, so people can repurpose it for all kinds of things, and for that reason it's perfect for this kind of course. Yeah.
It's opened up a lot of ideas for what I can do. It's made for musicians to just make it easy. Yeah.
It's actually sped up my process of creating music and putting tracks together.
Yeah, I've kind of learned to understand more things, more terms generally, just kind of just anything from commands to just understanding the science, I guess, of making music.
The fact that it's lots of different skills, it's not just one aspect of using the program. It applies to a lot of different people, a lot of different aspects.
So because everybody's been a beginner and they've been focused on the things that they're really interested in, most of the students we took in, there was an application process, and the guys that we took, they were all really interested in a particular thing, whether it's telling a story with film, or creating a really great beat, or podcasting, capturing people's stories out in the world there. And so that gave them a focus point to which they could apply the concepts they were learning. And so the course was really focused on how to give them some generic skills that will help them focus on their thing. And that's a really good way to learn, in my opinion, if you've got something to focus on, instead of being in the sandbox, I call it, like experimenting without any kind of goal in mind. And for that reason, we've seen some really good progress, I think. So across a short period of time, a couple of months, people are producing some really interesting work that they wouldn't have been able to do previously.
I feel like I had lots of skills and ideas, but I never actually put them into an end product, so that's very different for me.
I hope that I'll be able to compose or mix my own sound from now on for my multimedia work. So rather than outsourcing or getting someone else in to do it, I'm hoping that I can do my own.
For me, it's more like the technical skills of maybe or composition type based skills.
I think it's probably sped it up, the creative process for me. I can get ideas down a lot quicker now using Ableton, whereas before I would have to play it live. I can actually program it fairly quickly here and then arrange it live, so I can sort of facilitate my ideas within about half an hour time space, if you like.
basically just upskilling. Being able to record is such a useful skill as a teacher, and I have so much more information I can pass on to my students.
It's a lot of fun. Even the homework that we have to do every week is a lot of fun. And Josh is obviously a really great trainer.
Actually, meeting professionals who know what they're actually doing, being able to show us one-on-one what to do.
We also had a really nice diverse mix of ages and genders as well. So we had a pretty even mix of guys and girls. We also had high school age students and adults who are further into their careers. And I think that was really interesting, the connections that students made, the younger students made with the older guys who've already had a bit of experience in being creatives and all the challenges that brings up.
One thing I liked is a lot of different crew here and different ages. It's feeling like one of the oldest dudes here. But yeah, there's lots of different ideas, you know, and I've actually inspired me a little bit seeing what everyone else is doing.
Just the general community is really, really nice. Everyone's really supportive of each other, and we're all trying to help each other out to make each other's music and sounds better.
The fact that we're just surrounded by such inspiring people, well, because everyone else has got the same goals as you to progress and to learn music, it just makes you feel good.
Working alongside 15, 16-year-olds who are, you know, full-fledged musicians, it's very inspiring to see high school students so into music already and already set on being musicians after they leave school.
We came in not knowing anyone, then we just said, hey, I make music, you do too, let's be friends. And I met this guy, so.
That's how it rolls,